Mira and the Moonlight Lantern. Mira is a gentle girl who lives in a small village by the sea, and every evening she walks to the end of the sandy path where the tall lighthouse stands to watch the moon rise over the water, and she often carries her small blue lantern that her grandmother gave her, and she believes that the lantern has a special magic that can shine with her feelings. One night, when the sea breeze blew softly and the stars sparkled like tiny diamonds in the dark sky, Mira noticed that the lantern flickered with a silver glow instead of its usual warm yellow light. And she felt a gentle voice calling her name from beyond the lighthouse, so she took a deep breath, tucked her long brown hair behind her ears, and followed the sound along the rocky shore, where the waves whispered secrets and the sand felt cool beneath her small feet. And after a few minutes she saw a narrow staircase of old stones that twisted up the side of a dramatic cliff. And even though Mira felt a little afraid because it was late and the path looked steep, she felt drawn by the soft call of the lantern's glow. So she climbed carefully, one step at a time, until she reached a hidden door built into the stone wall, with a tiny moon symbol carved above it. The door opened silently at her touch, and inside she found a secret garden illuminated by pale moonlight, where the flowers shone with silver petals and the leaves sparkled with dew like small mirrors, and all around her she heard the quiet music of night creatures singing in harmony, and in the heart of the garden she saw a round pond with water as clear as glass, and at the center of the pond lay 3 smooth stones that glowed in different colors, one soft blue like the calm sea, one bright green like new spring leaves, and one gentle pink like a dawn sky. And the lantern pulsed gently in her hand to guide her, and below the pond a small inscription on a white marble slab read, "Gather the stones of moonlight, sea, and dawn, and return their light to the heart of the night." So Mira crossed a wooden bridge that showed no sign of wear and knelt by the water's edge, her lantern light dancing on the stones as she reached into the pond and lifted each one with care, feeling a little thrill as each stone warmed her fingers with its unique glow. When she held all 3, the pond rippled in soft waves like a lullaby, and the flowers leaned toward her as if to offer their thanks, and Mira realized that the lantern had grown brighter, ready to receive the magic of these stones, so she placed them gently inside its glass chamber, and immediately the lantern shone with a clear light that poured out in a wide beam across the garden, chasing away every shadow and making the petals glow like stars. And as the light spread, the secret door behind her began to close slowly. And she heard the gentle voice say, "Thank you, kind heart, for restoring the moon's gift." And then the door shut completely, leaving Mira standing in soft moonlight under the open sky with her lantern shining with triple magic. And although she felt a warm happiness in her chest, she knew she needed to return home to share this wonder with her grandmother, so she retraced her steps down the winding stairs, her lantern guiding each careful footfall. And when she reached the shore again, she found the village sleeping in silence except for the sound of the waves. And she carried the moonlight lantern back to her cottage where her grandmother waited by the window, looking anxiously at the empty path. And when Mira stepped inside, the lantern's light brightened the room and cast gentle patterns on the walls, and her grandmother's eyes filled with tender tears as she took Mira's small hands and said, "My brave child, you have saved the magic of the moon in our hearts." And Mira smiled and showed the 3 stones now resting in her grandmother's old wooden box. And together they placed them on the windowsill where the morning light could keep their memory alive. And every night after that, Mira held the lantern high above her head and walked to the end of the sandy path to watch the moon rise, because she knew that the secret garden was always there in the hidden place beyond the lighthouse, and that its magic was safe in her gentle heart. And she also knew that kindness and courage could light the darkest corners of the world, and that she would carry the moonlight lantern's gift forever in every small act of light she shared with others.